If you're considering coming to Thailand during the current situation, there's one important question you need to ask yourself. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to give you my insight from my experience after being here when most of Thailand was a red or a dark red zone, so you'll know what to expect. All right, really, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what do you want to do here in Thailand? If your answer is go out drinking, go to the bars, Thai women, well, you might want to wait until things improve, because in all honesty, the rules are changing by the day. And there are right now 8 provinces that are basically still open as far as going to restaurants and bars and being able to be served alcohol. And that's only until 9 o'clock at night now. And it's supposed to be only till the end of this month. But, like I said, things are changing by the day here. That could be extended depending on the situation. Those 8 provinces include Phuket, the Phuket Sandbox, Bangkok, Kanchanaburi, Chonburi, and Pattaya is in the province of Chonburi, Krabi, Pathum Thani, Nonthaburi, Phang Nga, which is down here south next to Krabi and Phuket. So you have those 8 provinces, and again, open until 9 o'clock, alcohol being served in bars and restaurants. The other provinces, the bars, pubs, all that are closed. If you're coming for, let's say, some beach time sightseeing, great Thai food, and just enjoying some of Thailand's best and most famous spots, they're not overrun by tourists right now. Prices are still very reasonable in a lot of these places. Even Phuket right here, we're in one of the most high-end areas of Thailand, Phuket, and prices are still good. And I imagine if things get worse, prices are going to start dropping. So by all means, make your plans. When I was making my plans to come to Thailand, there was one particular YouTube channel that I watched. The lady's a licensed tour guide. Her name is Taya. Her site is It's Thai Things. She works very hard to keep all the latest information available for you, and I'll tell you what, she really helped me out a lot when I was coming here. So hopefully hook up with her on her site. She answers your questions. She does a wonderful job. I'm going to leave a link to her site down in the description. Now, my wife and I, we were traveling in Thailand back when the situation was really bad, and most of Thailand was all red zones and dark red zones. If you're here and it gets bad like that, you can still travel. There's some documents that they said you should have, some required documents. And being a foreigner, I follow all the rules, because if you've ever been here before, you can get it taken advantage of if you're not following the rules. You're not Thai. So I would get all the documents. I'd have everything all ready, and we'd travel through province after province of dark red zone, go through all the checkpoints, and most of the time there wasn't even a police officer standing and stopping anyone. We just right on through, right on through, right on through. Only time that we ever got stopped and had to do anything was when we traveled up north. When we went into Chiang Mai, there was a major checkpoint, and they made us, my wife and I, both get tested. It was free, but we got tested, let them know where we were staying. They let us know that we were both clean, and we went on our way. But pretty much every province we went to up north, they had active checkpoints coming into that province. And, basically there was an app we had on our phone, and we would just scan the QR code, put a little information on, and we were on our way. So I don't think there's going to be any problem if it gets bad like it was before. They had it handled before. Traveling was still okay. I know I have a truck that I'm driving around in, but buses were still running, and there were still flights. So you should be fine. And speaking of flights, airline tickets. I highly recommend that you buy your ticket through the airline. Now let's say I find the deal I want. I usually go on Google Flights and check some of the other sites like Cheap Tickets and whatever else. But I don't buy my ticket from them. Like say I'm going to use Delta, I will go to Delta Airlines website and either do it online or a call. But I buy my ticket through the airline for quite a few reasons. Let's say you're over here and there's a problem. One of the flights got canceled on your return trip. You're here in Thailand. You call the airline. They're going to say, well, I'm sorry, you didn't buy your ticket through us. You're going to have to go through the company you bought your ticket through. Well, if you bought it through Delta Airlines, they have an office at the airport in Bangkok. You can call them up and get your problems taken care of over the phone easily. And I recommend, even if it costs you a little bit more, when I got my ticket, they were quite flexible because of the changing situations and everything. And you might want to pay a little extra and make sure that your ticket is refundable in case things do get canceled because of the rules being changed. And again, they're changing by the day. So that's the best advice I can give you on airline tickets. I've had people ask me, well, what about safety? Is it safe being over there? Just like anywhere. You have to use common sense. Don't put yourself in high-risk situations. I'm one to talk. I go into high-risk situations quite a bit to film, so I definitely don't recommend it. That's kind of like do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. But we have alcohol with us, and my wife has spray bottles with alcohol. We have gel. We throw our masks away. We come home and I hold my breath. I take my clothes off, put them right in the washing machine, and go shower. Safety, just use common sense. Talking about safety, as of now, only high-risk activities have been affected. Basically, the drinking. I know from my own experience when I used to drink, sometimes, most of the time, all caution goes to the wind. So alcohol's still available in all the provinces, but only the 8 provinces that I mentioned still have bars, restaurants that are selling alcohol. You can sit down and have a beer with your food, or sit down at a bar and have a drink or 2 or 3 or 4. But at this point, only until 9 p.m. If you're in the other provinces that don't have bars open or no alcohol at bars, you can still go into a 7-Eleven or something and buy beer. If you're in a nice area by the beach outside of these 8 provinces and you want to have a beer, take a cooler down to the beach with you. I don't think you'll have a problem. So basically, I think that if you're here for sightseeing and everything, you can have a wonderful time here and really enjoy yourself. Could be the vacation of a lifetime. Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we hope to see you on the next one. Somewhere feeling low, someone love.